Hello students, this is SD Pawar, lecturer Department of Economics, Gokte PU College of Commerce and Science, Belgaum. Welcome to another session of consumer behavior. In the last session, we had begun with the types of elasticity of demand and also had discussed the first two elasticities. Let's begin with it again. That is, first one is, in total there are 5 types of elasticities of demand. First one, perfectly elastic demand, that is EP, elastic price elasticity here is equal to infinity. That is, EP is infinite, slightest change in the price leads to infinite or unlimited change in quantity demanded. That is, you can see here we measure, shown with the help of a diagram, quantity measured on x-axis and price on y-axis. DD is the demand curve, which is shown that price remains the fixed here, and that DD is the same is the demand curve. DD is the demand curve which is horizontal to x-axis. Okay, so if there is a slight fall in the price or slight rise in the price, the quantity demanded may become 0, and at that same price Q0 quantity may be demanded, Q1 quantity may be demanded, Q2 quantity may be demanded. One practical example we can take is of minimum support price MSP, that is on agricultural goods like sugarcane, which is fixed by the government. I have already discussed this, that is, farmers produce the sugarcane and sugar factories demand the sugarcane, but they want it at a low price, but farmers want to sell at a high price. So here government has played a role, and it fixes such a price that it will support the farmers, so they get minimum price or minimum support price for their produce. So here DD is the demand curve and is horizontal to x axis. Then second is perfectly inelastic demand, that is EP is equal to 0, price elasticity is equal to 0. Here perfectly inelastic means whatever may be the change in the price, the quantity demanded remains the same, it remains unchanged, it remains fixed. Whatever may be the change in the price, QD will be unchanged. Here the demand curve is vertical to x axis. You see here diagram, QD again measured on x axis, second diagram, and price is measured on y axis. Suppose the given price is P in the market and the given quantity demanded is Q. Okay, if by any reason the price of the product rises to P1, still the same quantity demanded, that is Q is demanded. If due to any reason price falls to P2, the same quantity is demanded, that is the demand is inelastic, means it is not reacting to the change in the price. Examples: necessity good like salt, medicine, you can take salt or medicine, these are the goods which do not have any substitutes. Okay, instead of salt you cannot use any other good or a product to bring the taste of the salt, it is having literally no substitute. And if the price remains the same, or if price increases or price decreases, the same quantity of salt is required to be used while cooking that food. Medicines, whether whether the price is high, price is less, or price is same, the same quantity of medicines that is prescribed by the doctor has to be consumed. If the price is less, and we cannot buy more quantity. As we buy more quantity, we cannot consume more, otherwise it will have side effects. And similarly, if the price is high, we cannot consume less dose, which will be ineffective. So whatever the price is, same quantity has to be consumed. Here the demand is perfectly inelastic, that is no change in quantity demanded, so elasticity is equal to 0. Then we come to the third part, that is more elastic demand. More elastic means here elasticity is greater than 1. Let's see that percentage change in demand is greater than percentage change in price. Means a small change in the price will lead to a greater change in the quantity demanded. Okay, this can be shown with the help of a diagram. See here, quantity is measured on x-axis, price is measured on y-axis. Suppose the given price is OP, say the price is P here, and the given quantity demanded is Q. Then due to any reason, the price may fall to P1. Okay, there is a small change here, say there is 5% fall in the price, but you see the quantity demanded increases by a greater percentage. You see in the diagram, the gap between P and P1 is less, but the gap between quantity demanded of Q and Q1 is more or greater. That is small change in the price, greater change in the quantity demanded. So here the demand curve is flatter and it is highly responsive. Means small change in the price, demand reacts to a greater percentage. Example, 5% change in the price, quantity demanded may change by 15%. Example, say gold you can take. Okay, say if it is 50,000 and the price reduces to just 49, 1 by 1,000 it reduces to 49,000, or 2,000, that is 48, it reduces to 48,000, but the demand will be more. Okay, people say, array gold prices have become less and we need to purchase it. Small change in the price but greater demand. One, you can take example of other durable goods like costly cars, for costly furnitures, or another example you can take is of a sale. There is hardly 10% sale announced and you see the rush in the shops. People are just flocking and purchasing the goods. The demand increases by a greater percentage. Then, so here the demand curve is flatter and the demand is highly responsive. Therefore, elasticity is greater than 1. Let's take the fourth one, that is less elastic demand. Less elastic demand here means elasticity is less than 1. There may be a bigger change in the price, but there is a smaller change in the quantity demanded. It is just reverse of more elastic demand, that is the third one. Here less elastic demand, EP is less than 1, means percentage change in quantity demanded is less than percentage change in price. See here in the diagram, the quantity always measured on x-axis, price measured on y-axis. The given price here is P and given quantity demanded is Q. Then we get a demand curve. Then there is movement along the same curve. Then price falls to P1, say by 10%, but quantity demanded increases only by Q1. You see the gap between P1 is more, but the gap between Q1, that is quantity demanded, is less. So there is greater change in the price but a smaller change in the quantity demanded. So which are those goods? Here the demand curve is steeper. It is not flatter but it is sloping. There is a steep slope. It is steeper and DD is the demand curve here. Then example you can take is of necessity goods like perishable goods. Perishable goods like which have less life, which are to be consumed within a short period of time, which get destroyed early. Okay, so perishable goods like milk, fruits, food items like vegetables. So if the price falls by a greater amount, we will buy a little more only of these goods, as you cannot store them for a longer time. Okay, so here even if the price is falling by a greater percentage, then demand is increasing by a smaller percentage. So elasticity is less than 1. Let's come to the last one, unitary or equal elastic demand. Unitary means what? Equal. Unitary or equal elastic demand, EP is equal to 1. Means the percentage change in price is equal to the same percentage change in demand. Example, say 10% change in price leads to 10% change in quantity demanded. Here the shape of demand curve DC is called as a rectangular hyperbola. Now see here in the diagram, Q is measured on x-axis, then price is measured on y-axis. Here we see the gap between P1, here P is the given price, Q is the given quantity demanded. If price changes, it decreases to P1 by 10%, the quantity increases to 10% only, that is to Q1. So the gap between P1 is exactly equal to Q1. Same a percentage change in the price leads to same percentage change in the demand curve, and we draw the demand curve, that is DD is the demand curve, and this is called as a rectangular hyperbola shape. So the 5 elasticities of demand are perfectly elastic demand, which is infinite, then perfectly inelastic demand, that is elasticity equal to 0, then more elastic demand, elasticity greater than 1, less elastic demand, elasticity less than 1, and last one, unitary or equal elastic demand, elasticity is equals to 1. Okay, so now we have seen the 5 types of elasticities. Then let's see the factors determining the elasticity of demand. What are the factors which will determine for what good how much the quantity demanded will react to the change in the price? Firstly, nature of goods. The elasticity, the quantity that is to be demanded will react to the price depending on the nature or the type of the goods. If it is a necessity good like medicine, then the demand is inelastic, that is even if there is change in the price, the quantity demanded remains the same or fixed, or it is 0. Elasticity is equals to 0, that is inelastic. And food items like vegetables may be less elastic because they are perishable items. Even if there is a greater percentage change in the price, demand will increase only by a less percentage, so it is less elastic. Then luxury goods or durable goods, the demand for luxury goods or durable goods demand like costly furnitures, costly cars, then maybe gold. They may be more elastic. That is, people are ready to wait. If a person has to buy a furniture, if the cost is too much, he will wait. He will say, I will wait for a festive season, I can wait and I will purchase that item, because it is a durable item, it is not a necessity item. Okay, so the demand here is more elastic. Second point which determines the elasticity of demand is availability of substitutes. If substitutes are available for a product, then demand is elastic. If no close substitutes are available, demand is inelastic. Let me explain this with example. Say you take for example a soap. You take any brand of soap. A soap has many substitutes. You can buy many brands. Hammam is there, Liril is there, Lux is there. So if a particular brand price increases, then you will immediately shift to other brand whose price has not changed. So the demand is elastic. The response to the change in price is very quick. If no close substitutes are available, demand is inelastic. Say medicines. You need to consume medicines, and without consuming medicines you are not going to be cured. So it is inelastic demand. Whatever is the price, you will have to purchase it at that price only. Again example we have taken of salt also. Salt is having no substitute. You need to put salt only to get the taste of salt in the food. So if the price is less, more or same also, the demand does not change. It is fixed. It is equals to 0. It is inelastic. So these two are the determining factors from your exam point of view: nature of goods and availability of substitutes. Then just for 1 mark, what is market demand? We have already done it. Market demand is the total demand of all the consumers in the market put together is called as market demand. Okay. Then what is horizontal summation? That is adding of two demand schedules or two demand curves is called as horizontal summation. So for today we shall stop and continue in the next part. Thank you.